Alright guys, so a lot of us want to know when the top will be for Bitcoin. Well, I just realized guys, there is actually a cheat code pretty much, right? This is pretty much a cheat code to tell you guys, okay, and signal when the top will be in for Bitcoin. Now, this is going to be very, very interesting because I have never, talked about this on my YouTube channel at all. Okay, it's a very, very simple, indicator, and I do want to talk about it, guys. Now, before I talk more about that, of course, I want to give you guys an update on Bitcoin. Okay, what is Bitcoin doing today? So Bitcoin today, guys, still not really moving. We're currently in the 1 hour time frame, and yeah, we are still above $115,000. Okay, so this is still great to see for Bitcoin, of course. Still consolidating at this level, right? We did in fact see Bitcoin going back up to 116, but it did in fact drop back down to 115. So Bitcoin is really just consolidating, right? At this level of 115. It is still looking pretty good for Bitcoin, even though yes, we did in fact see this little correction back down to the downside. We did actually see Bitcoin 2 days ago going back up to about 118. Okay, and yeah, it is now slightly back down to the downside, right? Now, altcoins today are not really moving, right? Past 24 hours, some alts are moving, but majority of altcoins today, guys, for the past 24 hours are actually in the reds. But look at BNB today, guys. Okay, BNB is still continuing to skyrocket. We know BNB has been reaching, a new all-time high, and today it is still continuing to go up. As you can see, today it is up over 8%, and for the past week it is up over 14%, almost 15%, guys. So BNB is looking pretty good. It is in fact at a new all-time high right now. Let's have a look at BNB actually. There you guys have it. Just go to the 1 hour time frame. But yeah, you guys can see BNB is at a new all-time right now. Okay, and went as high as $1,088. So yeah, it is looking pretty good right now for BNB, right? But yeah, other altcoins today, okay, past 24 hours, some alts, actually majority of alts, you guys can see are actually in the reds, like I said. Okay, some altcoins are in the greens. Okay, some are actually pumping, but some altcoins are not really moving, and some are actually in the reds. Okay, now looking at this, guys. Okay, so Michael Saylor is now one of the top 500 richest people in the world. Okay, and this is, of course, the Bitcoin effect. Okay, so you guys can see Michael Saylor is in fact in the top 500 of the most wealthiest people in the entire world. Okay, and this is, of course, the Bitcoin effect. We know how much Saylor is buying Bitcoin, right? He is obviously, buying and accumulating and buying up a lot of Bitcoin. And he is, of course, the CEO of Strategy. Okay, and yes, Strategy, as we all know, have been accumulating a lot of Bitcoin, right? They have accumulated over 600,000 Bitcoins, and I really do believe one day, right, Strategy, they will eventually accumulate 1 million Bitcoins. And I do believe once they get to a billion Bitcoins, they're still going to buy Bitcoin, right? I don't think they're going to stop, and they are not slowing down, guys, right? So this is truly, the Bitcoin effect. Okay, Saylor himself is, the top 500 richest people, okay, wealthiest people in the entire world. Okay, even before Bitcoin, he was pretty wealthy, right? This guy is a billionaire, okay, not a millionaire. So it's great to see, right, that Saylor is in the top 500, okay, being a billionaire. So yeah, this is truly the Bitcoin effect, guys. And we are in fact seeing more companies out there, institutions following what Strategy is doing in Saylor, right, for, their company and whatnot, to buy Bitcoin and whatnot, right? So amazing to see, okay, absolutely amazing to see. Now, get into these Bitcoin charts, guys, starting off with this one. So you guys clearly see Bitcoin has in fact been skyrocketing, and the top is near, guys. Okay, the top is near for Bitcoin. And as I told you guys many times, Q4 is going to be an amazing time for Bitcoin. Okay, not just Bitcoin, but just crypto in general. Okay, I do believe altcoins will go crazy. Okay, we're going to see a lot of altcoins going, 10x, some, 20x, 50x, even some 100x and beyond, right? Of course, I'm talking, low caps especially. So, guys, get ready for altcoin season. It's going to be insane. So, in general, I hope you guys are truly ready for Q4. Generally, I'm generally hoping you guys are prepared for Q4, okay? Because this is where we're going to see Bitcoin and the entire crypto market going parabolic. Okay, I do believe in Q4, we're going to see a lot of altcoins skyrocketing, like I said, and Bitcoin itself is going to be reaching new all-time highs. That is coming, guys. Okay, and this chart just clearly shows you guys the top is not in yet for Bitcoin, but it is near. Okay, so a lot of you guys want to know where the top is going to be for Bitcoin, and I will mention more about that. Now, looking at this, okay, and I've showed you guys many charts in the past comparing, to what Bitcoin did back all the way back in 2017 during that bull cycle versus now in 2025 during this bull cycle. And you guys can clearly see history doesn't always exactly, repeat itself, but it does rhyme, right? And this just clearly shows you guys that. So we go through different stages, right? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and then stage 4. Stage 4 is the final, leg up, the final push up to the upside. And you also clearly see right now in 2025, this is where we are right now in stage 4. So yes, we are in fact in the final leg up to the upside. We did in fact stage 1 happening. Okay, stage 1 happening in 2023, and then in 2024, stage 2, stage 3, and whatnot, right? And now in 2025, we are in fact in stage 4. And yeah, this is going to be the final leg up, guys, and I do believe this is going to be a very explosive move up to the upside, right? Bitcoin is going to blast off, guys, okay? It is set, okay, to take off, and I hope you guys are ready, because if you guys have been watching my videos, I've been telling you guys many times my personal, Bitcoin price prediction, and I do believe Bitcoin has so much potential to reach at least $200,000. I personally do believe there is huge potential that Bitcoin can reach at least 200K, right? I told you guys, Bitcoin will easily reach 150, okay, and then it's going to be reaching 180 to 190, and yes, $200,000 and beyond. It is very possible. We may see Bitcoin reaching, right, 220, 240, 250, maybe 300K, who exactly knows, but I truly do believe in general there is potential that Bitcoin can reach at least $200,000. Okay, at least, guys. Now, at the end of the day, okay, these are just predictions, guys. Okay, remember that. Okay, no one exactly knows where the top is going to be for Bitcoin, but there is in fact a pretty cool indicator that always indicates where the top is going to be for Bitcoin. And this indicator, okay, is pretty much like a cheat code, right? And in the past, it was actually pretty, spot on where, the top was for Bitcoin in the past, 3 bull markets. So it is actually a pretty cool indicator, right? And I do want to talk more about that towards the end of this video, so stay tuned. But I hope you guys are ready for new record highs for Bitcoin, okay? Because it is coming, guys, okay? So yeah, this is your last chance to make it big, and that's true, right? Soon enough, guys, like I said, okay, we're gonna see Bitcoin going much higher. The top is not in yet, okay? A lot of these charts that I am showing you guys today for today's video is indicating that the top is not in yet for Bitcoin, and yes, Bitcoin will continue to go much higher, okay? And I do believe 200K is coming, even though, right, in the past, few cycles, like for example, in 2021 during that bull market, a lot of people, right, a lot of Bitcoiners and just people in the crypto space were predicting that we were in fact going to be seeing Bitcoin reaching like 100K, okay, during that bull market in 2021. And of course, Bitcoin didn't even get close to 100K, okay? In fact, it didn't even reach 70K. Right, it went as high as like 69K, and then after that, it just dropped down to the downside. Okay, as we know, we entered the bear cycle. So a lot of people were wrong, guys, right? So just remember, guys, yes, I have told you guys many times, I do believe Bitcoin can reach 200K this bull cycle, but understand it may not happen. Like I said, at the end of the day, these are just predictions, okay? And I could be wrong here, and a lot of us, okay, people in general in the crypto space are predicting that we can see Bitcoin reaching 200K, okay? And I think it will too, right? But we could be wrong, guys. And guess what, right? We have seen more crazier Bitcoin price predictions for this bull cycle, right? People are saying, we can see Bitcoin reaching like 500K to 700K. Now, as much as I am bullish on Bitcoin, guys, I don't think this bull cycle, this bull market that we're currently in right now, right? We're going to see Bitcoin reaching those price targets, right? 500K, 600K, to like 700K. I don't think that's going to be happening in this bull cycle. I think that will easily happen in the next bull cycle, but this bull cycle, I don't think that will happen, okay? And you guys may say I'm bearish and whatnot, but I'm just trying to be realistic with you guys. I'm transparent, right? These are just my predictions, okay? So looking at it now, right, like we are in fact truly in the final leg up for Bitcoin. So yeah, remember, okay, Q4 is going to be amazing, right? So Q4 will initiate the final pump before a correction is due, right? So that correction, of course, is going to be, the bear market, right? The bear cycle, because, we are in fact going to be seeing some type of correction, okay? And then we're going to be entering the bear market, right? The bear cycle. So understand, guys, looking at this, right? Bitcoin's, macro view, right? The top is not in yet for Bitcoin. Okay, you guys clearly see that has so much more room to go right up to the upside, to go up to the upside. And yeah, I hope you guys are, truly ready for this, because it is going to be happening for Bitcoin. Whether you guys are ready or not, whether you guys are, ready or not, right? It's going to be happening for Bitcoin. Okay, so be ready, Bitcoin orders, because Bitcoin will be going much, much higher. Now, this is the indicator that I do want to talk about. And I have never shared this indicator at all on my YouTube channel ever, right? I've never talked about this indicator, but I should have. But we're going to be talking about this for the first time ever. Okay, I don't know if you guys know about this indicator, right? So you guys can clearly see it is called the price cycle top indicator. Okay, and with this, right, it is a cheat code, I must say. So it's pretty simple how this works. Okay, so you guys can clearly see this orange line is the price, okay, in the 111 days moving average, right? And then this green line is the price, right? 350 days moving average times 2. Okay, and pretty much, guys, how we know that the top is in for Bitcoin, or the top is near, right, for Bitcoin, is when, okay, the 111 DMA and the 350 DMA times 2 crosses, okay, just like what it did over here in 2021. Once we actually did in fact see this cross, okay, that was pretty much signaling, okay, that the top was in for Bitcoin. And guess what? That was pretty much the top for Bitcoin, right? You guys can clearly see that. So understand, okay, it has not crossed yet, okay, it is still far apart, right? You guys can clearly see that, but it is indicating that sometime in Q4, right, we're going to see this cross. So it is actually very interesting. And this is pretty much, like I said, a cheat code indicating where the top, okay, is going to be for Bitcoin. So it is showing us here that Bitcoin is going to be at $194,500. That's going to be the top for Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm not saying that this will 100% be the top, maybe 190 to 200K, maybe just beyond 200K, that is very, very possible as well. But just looking at this, guys, right, the top may be beyond $190,000, okay, $194,000, right? So it is actually very, very interesting, guys. So look this up, okay, price cycle top indicator is actually pretty interesting. And this is literally a cheat code, because like I said, in the past, 3 bull cycles, when we have looked at this price cycle top indicator, it has crossed, right? Whether that was from, 2013, from the top from 2013, or in 2014, right? Or in 2017, or in 2021, like what is showing over here. It has pretty much always crossed. So this is pretty, spot on, right? And yeah, we may see the top being, at 190 or at 200K and beyond. Right, beyond 200K. It is very, very possible, guys, right? Or maybe we can see a super cycle happening for Bitcoin and it just skyrockets, right, to like 250, close to 300K. Who knows? Or maybe at 300K, right? We'll have to see. But yeah, it seems like the top is going to be around $200,000, guys, right? Like what I've been telling guys for the longest time. So pretty interesting, right? And yeah, that is that, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please go down below and give this video a huge thumbs up. That is always much, much appreciated. And of course, subscribe to the channel. That is also much, much appreciated as well. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.